Hello, my name is Marni Penner, and I'm an anxiety and social anxiety coach. And in this video, I'd like to talk about how to get our human needs met during this difficult period. Our human needs are also our happiness needs. And so this is a really important question indeed. When our human needs are not met, we are much more prone to anxiety, depression, and anger, and other secondary symptoms, like addiction, aggression, that kind of thing. So even if there's just a little change in our lives, I tell my clients to ask themselves the question, what are my unmet needs and how can I get them met? An example of this happened to me this morning. I was extraordinarily bitchy, frustrated, in a bad mood, and then I asked myself the question, Marnie, what are your unmet needs and how can you get them met? And I realized that my life was formed around getting enough exercise. I am an avid walker. I love walking, I love scootering, and I have a local office where I go 3 days a week. And to get there, I walk and I take public transportation. And so now with this online life, I wasn't getting those needs met, and I started feeling the consequences. So we all have physical needs. Some of us highly sensitive people have much greater physical needs than others. For me, walking is not just a physical need, it is a psychological need. I have to walk every morning to truly be my best self. Be my most productive self, be my most relaxed self, be my most creative self. And so by eliminating the walking, I was really feeling the effects. So what are some of our other human needs? Well, apart from physical needs, and physical needs includes physical exercise, sleep, and food. Apart from our physical needs, we also have social needs. Now, I'm kind of upset by the term social distancing. I wish there was another term because the last thing we should be doing is socially distancing ourselves. We all have, like, even if we're physically distancing ourselves, it's really important to not socially distance ourselves. Now, we all have different kinds of social needs. Like introverts have different needs than extroverts. And the key is to listen to these needs and force ourselves to make moves to get them met. Is there a friend you'd like to call and talk about your feelings with? Or would you like to organize a group chat on Skype or something like that, right? Like, what are your unmet social needs now in this new situation? And what can you do? How can you creatively find ways to get your social needs met? Now, social needs are important in general, but they're also extremely important during anxiety-ridden times because the best way to reduce our anxiety and depression is to talk about how we really feel with people we feel can really understand. So reaching out to the people who are most important to us and talking about how we really feel, talking about our experiences, what's on our mind, what we're feeling, and listening to them, and therefore feeling less alone is extremely important. Okay, and the third category of human needs are psychological needs. These are things like flow, going into the zone, and challenging ourselves, learning something new, basically forgetting about time and space and going into the zone. Now, with some of us with children at home, we may forget to get this need met. So it's really important to make time to do things like that, like to read, to learn something, to take time to yourself, segregated from the family, to to practice an instrument, go into flow. Another psychological need we have is meaning and purpose. So some of us who might have lost our jobs might have less meaning and purpose than we'd normally do. We'll figure out, what would I like to do during this period that would give me more meaning and purpose? Another human need is pleasure. So are you getting enough pleasure? Is there a game you could play? Is there something you could do that would be truly fun? Put on a party with the people in your house or an online party. The other one is peace and tranquility. So, for me, for example, I have a backyard. So instead of just being cooped up in my house, what if I sat in the lawn chair with a cup of tea and I just did nothing but sit there? Oh, it sounds like a good idea. So I think it's really important that we all ask ourselves the question, what are my unmet needs and how can I get them met? And if you have any friends or anyone else who's suffering, you could help them brainstorm this as well. Because even the smallest little changes in our lives changes our needs, you know? And so it's really important to ask ourselves this question anytime there's any kind of change, especially this period where everything's changing all at once. Let me know if you'd like me to help you reduce your anxiety or depression during these difficult times. I'm offering a pay what you can coaching session. So let me know if you'd like one of those as well. Thank you for listening, and I'm wishing you peace and emotional well-being, and I hope you have a wonderful day.